And with that, let's go to our A's and our F's. And Chad, we'll begin with you and your F.
I was so happy this week when Congress agreed to a bipartisan spending bill, and then Presidents-elect Musk and Trump killed it, and now a shutdown looms. Democratic House Leader Hakeem Jeffries said House Republicans will now own any harm that is visited on the American people that results from this government shutdown, and I'm afraid that he's right.
Jenny.
So my F goes to the lawsuit filed by Donald Trump against the Des Moines Register and Ann Selzer, the paper's longtime pollster. While Selzer usually gets her polling right, just days before the election, she predicted that Harris was leading Trump in Iowa by 3%. In the end, he won the state by 13%. Trump's lawsuit accuses the paper and Selzer of fraud under Iowa's Consumer Fraud Act. Public opinion polling is a bit like predicting the weather. It's prone to errors. Selzer is a reputable pollster who did not intentionally aim to defraud the incoming president. Instead, it's the president who is intentionally aiming to sow fear in journalists at the start of his new administration. And in the end, it's the free press that is defrauded by this lawsuit.
Okay, that's the story that I think we'll be coming back to on this program.
Happy to talk about
Ben.
Yeah, my F is going to the populist movement supporting the killer of Brian Thompson in New York City, the United Healthcare CEO. When they released a statement grieving his loss, there were 77,000 laughing emojis that were attached to it. In addition to that, there has been over $120,000 that's been raised as a defense fund for the suspect that killed Brian. And I just think this is grossly out of whack, even for today's standards.
Rick.
My F goes to the decision to admonish U.S. District Judge Michael Posner for his criticism of Supreme Court Justice Alito for flying an upside-down U.S. flag outside of his house. Apparently, Judge Posner is guilty of diminishing the public's confidence in the judiciary. And here I thought it was the ethical lapses of Alito and Clarence Thomas that were undermining our opinion of the courts. Talk about shooting the messenger.
Okay, and time for the A's. Chad, you're A.
So my day job has kept me away from this show for a while. Thank you for having me back. I have to give a belated A to Colgate's Division I women's volleyball team for winning their fourth straight league championship in a row. I have an affiliation with that team. The coaches, staff, and players are wonderful people who represent the true spirit of the student-athlete experience. I want to thank them for allowing me to be a part of their community and for giving me more jewelry.
Jenny.
Check out that bling. So this week, New York, along with 49 other states, convened the Electoral College to cast their votes for president. New York Governor Kathy Hochul called to end the Electoral College, arguing that it gives swing states an outsized voice in deciding the presidency, like Pennsylvania and Michigan, and at the same time gives low-population states outsized representation. A state like Wyoming gets one Electoral College vote for 195,000 people. California gets one Electoral College vote for 700,000 people. Bills were introduced in the House and Senate this week calling for an amendment to abolish the Electoral College. It is time for a real conversation about this antiquated and unrepresentative institution.
Ben.
Yeah, my A is going to a customer and an employee of McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, who recognized the suspect who killed Brian Thompson, called the police. My A is also going to the police, who have really handled this well by releasing the photos and getting as many eyes involved and witnesses involved. The first responder went there, had the suspect pull down the mask, identified him, asked for his ID, he gave a fake ID, and the rest we know.
Rick.
My A goes to Paul Krugman, Nobel Prize-winning economist who's retiring after 25 years of opinion writing for New York Times. While occasionally over the top, his ability to explain complex economic concepts to a broader audience will be difficult to replace.